Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're looking at the final chapter of one of baseball's truly defining careers. You know, for over 2 decades, Justin Verlander has been an absolute constant on the mound. But after a wild 21-season journey that literally rewrote the history books, he's announced he'll be retiring at the end of the 2026 season. We're going to explore the sunset of a generational talent, a guy whose career bridges multiple eras of the sport. Okay, let's dive into this. When you hear his retirement announcement, there is this raw, almost heartbreaking vulnerability to it. He admitted, "It just felt like I was plugging holes in a boat," right? This isn't a player walking away because he doesn't have the fire anymore. No, this is a 43-year-old man whose body is finally undeniably telling him, hey, the ride is over. As the absolute oldest player in Major League Baseball, he acknowledged that he's kind of been trending toward this decision for a while, fighting this daily, exhausting battle against his own physical limitations just to step onto the dirt. But before we get into the physical struggles of his final seasons, we absolutely have to contextualize just how dominant his career has been. I mean, we are looking at an undeniable, unquestionable first-ballot Hall of Fame resume. He is one of only 2 players ever, alongside Don Newcombe, to win Rookie of the Year, MVP, and the Cy Young Award. He's a 3-time Cy Young winner. He's got 2 World Series rings. He has 266 career wins, which is the most of any active player right now. And get this, he's one of only 6 pitchers in the entire history of Major League Baseball to throw 3 or more career no-hitters. The sheer raw talent required to compile a list like that is it's almost unfathomable. To really wrap our heads around his absolute peak, we gotta isolate his 2011 season. We're talking a 24-5 record, a 2.40 ERA, 250 strikeouts in 251 innings. This was the year he took home the American League MVP. Now, for anyone who might not realize just how incredibly rare that is, a pitcher winning the Most Valuable Player award has only happened 24 times in the entire history of the sport. He didn't just have a great pitching season, he was unequivocally the most dominant force on a baseball diamond that entire year, literally carrying his team on his back every 5th day. And this brilliantly illustrates how that dominance wasn't just confined to the regular season. Verlander transformed into an absolute workhorse when the lights were the brightest in October. He ranks first all-time in postseason history with 244 strikeouts. Let me just repeat that, first all-time. He's also second all-time in both postseason innings pitched with 226 and postseason wins with 17. When the pressure was maxed out and the season was on the line, he was the exact guy you wanted with the ball in his hand. 3,554. That is Justin Verlander's career strikeout total. And honestly, what makes that number even more mind-boggling is the sheer volume of work it took to get there. He racked up those 3,554 strikeouts over 3,571 1/3 innings. Think about that. For over 2 decades, he essentially averaged a strikeout for every single inning he pitched. It firmly, without a doubt, cements his legacy among the all-time greats of the sport. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is when you visually map that out on the all-time strikeout leaderboard, you see the elite company he keeps. Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, Roger Clemens, Steve Carlton, Burt Blievlin, Tom Seaver, Don Sutton. I mean, wow, these are the immortals of the mound. This isn't just a list of great pitchers. This is the absolute royalty of baseball. And his name is forever etched right beside theirs at number 8. Which brings us to a really fascinating number, 21. That's the exact number of strikeouts Justin Verlander currently needs to pass Don Sutton and claims sole position of 7th place on that all-time list. It's this tantalizingly close milestone, right? Just lingering at the edge of his grasp as he navigates the very real physical challenges of his final season. Every single time he takes the mound from here on out, there is literal history on the line. Let's move to and see how this builds his legacy across 21 seasons. A journey that, by the way, generated a massive 82.3 career wins above replacement. Drafted number 2 overall by the Tigers way back in 2004 out of Old Dominion, he quickly became the face of that franchise. Then came the huge blockbuster trade to the Astros in 2017, where he won his first World Series. After that, he achieved the nearly impossible in 2022, winning his 3rd Cy Young at age 39, fresh off Tommy John surgery, with a Major League best 1.75 ERA. No way, right? Following brief stints with the Mets and Giants in 2024, he's basically come full circle, rejoining the Tigers for this, his final 2026 season. But that incredible journey has definitely taken a heavy toll. Early in his career, the guy was an absolute Iron Man. After winning Rookie of the Year in 2006, he rattled off 8 consecutive years of pitching at least 200 innings. He was virtually indestructible. But recently, the physical reality has really set in. We're talking about a laundry list of injuries that continually sent him to the injured list. His shoulder, his neck, his teres major, his chest region, and now his hip. The armor has finally dented. And sadly, that brings us to the stark reality of this 2026 season. Verlander managed to make only one single start this year before landing on the injured list in April with left hip inflammation. He was slated to make his big return on June 21st, but then he suffered a hamstring strain in a bullpen session right before his start. This is exactly what it means to be the oldest player in the game. It's a grueling, uphill battle just to get your body healthy enough to step back onto the mound. Yet, despite all those setbacks, his competitive fire just refuses to go out. He recently said, "Right now, my focus is still to get out there and be the best version of myself I can be for this team. I'm champing at the bit." You honestly have to have a deep, deep respect for that indomitable will. He's a hard-nosed competitor through and through. He isn't just going to quietly fade away into retirement. He's scheduled to throw a bullpen session soon and is absolutely determined to pitch again this year. He wants to help his team win, right now. Now, because of his massive impact on the sport, MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred has intervened to make sure Verlander gets a proper farewell on the national stage. Manfred utilized what's known as a legend pick. If you're not familiar, this is a special additional selection to the All-Star Game roster made directly by the commissioner. It's designed specifically to honor a retiring all-time great. Manfred has done this before, adding Albert Pujols and Miguel Cabrera in 2022 and Clayton Kershaw in 2025, and now it's Verlander's turn. So the crucial point is, with this selection, Verlander earns his 10th career All-Star appearance, representing the American League, while Bryce Harper serves as the legend pick for the National League. This means next week isn't just going to be some exhibition game, it's going to be a highly emotional victory lap. It's a chance for the fans, his peers, and the baseball world at large to stand up and tip their caps to a Cooperstown-bound legend before he finally hangs up his cleats for good. Looking back on it all, Verlander offered this reflection. I've been fortunate to play with and against incredible players, for outstanding organizations, and compete in front of fans who deeply appreciate the game. There's just a profound warmth and finality in those words, isn't there? It's the ultimate reflection of a man who gave literally everything he had to the game of baseball, and who recognizes the immense privilege of having played it at the absolute highest level for over 2 decades. Which leaves us with a pretty provocative thought. In today's era of baseball, an era completely defined by strict pitch counts, restricted innings, and super aggressive bullpen management, will we ever see a true workhorse ace like Justin Verlander again? A pitcher who not only throws with electric stuff, but absolutely demands the ball deep into the 8th and 9th innings, year after year? It's a fascinating question. And honestly, looking at the modern landscape, Justin Verlander might just be the last of his kind. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer on the legendary career of Justin Verlander. Like and subscribe for more stories.